Now, here's one that should divide opinion. Should 80 become the new 70? A report by road safety campaigners has given an emphatic no to the idea of raising the motorway speed limit by 10 miles an hour.
Yes, they say it would increase the number of deaths and injuries on Midlands roads. And as our correspondent Alison Mackenzie reports, they have the backing of the man who designed Spaghetti Junction.
Slow traffic on the M6 motorway, jams and hold-ups are part of the everyday experience for Midlands motorists. But what of the plan to raise the speed limit to 80 miles an hour? How different it all was back when the M1 first opened. More than 50 years ago, few cars, it really was an open road. The speed limit has been set at 70 since 1965. But now the government says it's time for a rethink. Better technology makes cars safer, they say, so why not consider raising the limit to 80?
Let's see how we can use speed to maximise flow so that people get from A to B as fast as possible. But I think looking at whether we should up the speed when it's good weather, low levels of traffic is probably quite a sensible thing to do at the same time as well. We know that cars have got a lot safer and the technology's really improved. So we want to pull all of that together and say what's the right thing to do in the 21st century.
But safety campaigners are worried about the strength of crash barriers and fear a rise in the number of shunt collisions. Roy Foote, who designed Spaghetti Junction, says the current motorway network isn't up to 80.
Roads themselves were all designed for 70 miles an hour. And that sets, as I've said, sets the standards for the sight lines, the curve of the road, the elevations, all of it comes back to that. You are required to design it to that sort of speed. Now, if you wanted 80 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour, that would have been different. That would have been taken into account at the time of the design.
The government knows that 49% of drivers regularly exceed the 70-mile-an-hour limit, but what if it goes up to 80? They cannot ignore the concerns of safety campaigners. That's why there's a consultation. No decision is likely until 2013. Alison Mackenzie at Westminster for Central Tonight.
Well, Matt said it would divide opinion, and you certainly have been having your say on the plans to move the motorway speed limit from 70 to 80. So we'll start with Wendy Harwick, who wrote on our Facebook site, "Absolute madness. Aren't there enough major pile-ups as it is?"
Dave Sewell says, fantastic idea. It is a speed most drive at anyway.
Yes, John Witters says, cars have improved since the speed limits were set, but has the standard of driving improved?
Vonnie Gardner got in touch through Twitter and said, no, moving the rules to fit the crime, make the penalties more of a deterrent.
And Andy Collett wrote, most people do that speed anyway. I really don't think it will make the roads any less safe. So, divided opinion, and thank you to everyone who got in touch.